We're heading to Lowe's to look for an apple tree, and we'll tell you more about why we're needing a new apple tree. Our other one is, pretty much dead. So,
it's pretty much
and
dead.
we're getting ice cream too, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Sure, why not?
Because Mike wants ice cream, and I'm not going to argue when it's 90, upper 90s today. So let's go get it.
All right.
Let's go.
Probably here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just
No
got out
luck.
of Lowe's.
No
No
luck.
luck on that. They had some Granny Smiths, but they were, how much were they? 100 and...
Well, the big apple trees were $134.
And that's all they had in the way of apple.
Yeah. I mean, they were fully grown, I mean, and had apples on them.
Yeah, they were nice, but
yeah.
I don't have that kind of money right now.
Yep. So.
And I thought about citrus, but
yeah,
Sierra Vista is just not quite the right climate for citrus. You really need Phoenix for that.
Yeah. So. And we were looking for, we've got some plants in the house that need to be repotted, but I didn't see anything that I like. So we're going to head over to Ross and just see what they have. Isn't it? I kind of like this plain one.
Yeah, it's cute.
Well, I mean, I'm just thinking of all the plants. Oh, you know which other one needs to be repotted? Is in the laundry room. You know, I think it's called like a corn plant. And that we could use blue. Could use a blue pot. But you think just...
I think for now, because this
need to do those.
This is $40 right here, and we still got to buy dirt.
And but I do need that corn plant. Gosh. Don't ever wrap a plant around a ladder. This thing's probably going to be... I'm probably going to kill it trying to...
But aren't you going to wrap it around the ladder again?
I don't know.
Once we get it repotted?
I don't know.
Wouldn't it have been easier to just repot it in here?
That's what I was going to do, but it's going to make a mess. And then I was going to carry the ladder out. I'm like, that's going to be complicated. So now... this poor plant is going to be in shock. Don't ever buy a plant like this. They're kind of a pain in the butt. We've had a pretty full afternoon running around. Our plan is, I have some plants that have needed my attention for several months now. One of my plants has been turning yellow, and everything I've found on what to do when that happens can mean you're overwatering your plant or the soil is no longer nutrient rich. So it needs to be repotted. And this is definitely long overdue. So we're going to repot this one and put it in the nice big pot that we found at Ross. And then my spider plant is in a pretty small pot as well. And it is... these things go crazy. They're like a weed. So I may not repot all of it. I'm going to kind of see what we've got. And that one's going to go in the pot that Mike's holding.
Should we talk about the original plan? Planting the tree.
Well, yeah, if you want to, or we can say.
We were originally going to plant a apple tree, replace an apple tree. There's a gopher story behind that. We'll have to share that with you sometime.
Yeah, we'll save it for another
It's
video.
a Caddyshack gopher story.
Yeah.
But I couldn't find an apple tree, so we ended up buying pots instead of apple trees. So that's what we're working on.
Yeah, because I've been putting this off for it's probably been almost a year. So the plants are very unhappy in their pots. So, all right. So should we start with this one first?
Sure.
Okay. So this is using Miracle Grow potting mix, soil, and we've got a big bag. So we're going to use up this one. What did we use this for?
Probably this sunflower.
Oh yeah, that's what it was for.
I've always had really good luck. We're not sponsored by Miracle Grow, just to be clear. but I've seemed to have really good luck with this particular soil. So just stick with what works, right?
All right.
No point in changing what works.
And
Do
then
we put that in like that?
Not sure. I probably should have done more research. We're kind of learning as we go here. So for all of you avid gardeners and those that have green thumbs, well, we're discovering if we have one or not. Okay. Because now you ripped the bag open. What were you thinking?
I'm not as good at this.
No, I would have lifted the bag up and poured it before I did.
Well, it was a little too
Okay,
heavy.
so I'm going to do something else.
Here.
No, I'm going to do
No,
this.
here, I'll show you what I...
No, watch what I'm doing. I got it. All right, what do you think? How do we do? Maybe some of you who are watching this are going to be like, oh, you guys did that all wrong. So tell us. Let us know what we did wrong, so if we have to do this again or if they die, we know what not to do next time.
Yep.
So thanks for watching. This is just a little bit of something that kept us busy this afternoon anyway. So.
Yeah, we try to stay busy.
Yep.
This thing, I was about ready to just scrap it. I thought the branches got... Turn it so this is facing kind of out.
It's centered in the plate.
Okay. There, now comes the fun part. To figure this out, this mess.
You tap it.
Okay. Well, at least it's in its new home. And then the next part, we'll get a video when it's all put back together. Okay. Okay, I got everything repotted. So here's what I ended up doing. I brought this plant, my pothos, over here. I used to have the ladder and everything in the corner. So I moved it onto the fireplace, and hopefully I didn't kill it. Hoping it'll perk up a little bit, and maybe it's going to be happier with this light, a little less direct. And then kept the spider plant, just got a bigger pot. Oh, there we go. So, but I don't think this pot's going to last too much longer either. So, but that's okay. And then I repotted this one. I ended up going back over to Ross today and bought another pot, because I had it in a gold one and I didn't like the way it looked in the living room. So wanted green, but they didn't have another green one. And then I think I already showed, here's my Christmas cactus over here. So it's got a bigger home now. Oops. Let's just sort of sweep that up. Put that in. And then I'll take you over to the laundry room, because I did a couple more.
the corn stalk. And then in here, the plant that's in the living room was in here. I moved this one out of a smaller pot, and then this one is the same one that's been in there, right? Or did I? No, I just added more soil to that one. And then I think since I have three or four extra pots, I'm going to look for small cactus that don't grow fast, just cute little ones. And I'm going to put those in the other pots. So when I do that, I'll show you because they're going to be really cute. I just have to look for the cactus or cacti.